welcome to our episode of SRBTV. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at Dark, Season 2, Episode 5, Lost and Found. Yeah, so previously, let's see, there's a lot of stuff that happened. So, Charlotte and team we know now, tried to convince, Mikkel's, mother.
Yeah. They tried to convince her, because now they all know, okay, we found them, but...
sorry. Running back just a tad.
Yeah.
Hannah decided, hey, we should get Charlotte in on this as well.
Yeah.
And then that's where they go, hey, you should check something out. They showed all the information they have.
And then
that's where they went to, Mrs. Nielsen, pretty much.
Yeah, they went to her to try to convince her, and she thought, you guys are just messing with me, you're fucking with me, all that type of stuff.
Well, then we forgot that she actually is an employee at the school.
She's the principal.
The principal of the school, and so she goes and sees the early '80s picture of Mikkel in the class photo.
Confirm now, and it's like what I stated. They planted the idea in her head, so this is her fully now confirming. Holy shit! What they're talking about is real.
Then, just as you found out what was behind Eye Patch Dude's eye patch, freaking they nearly run over 80s Claudia.
Yeah.
Who looked up all the information, got to see her daughter, her cancer-riddled daughter now.
Yeah, she went,
and then
she came to the present time to see what was going on, where was she at pretty much at this time, what did they say, and then she decided to travel right on back
to the 80s.
Back to the 80s, especially finding out when her father died, because I think she also looked that up as well. She looked up when her father died.
Yes. And, of course, we cannot talk about this episode without two key things. One,
Eye Patch Dude. I don't know.
No. Elizabeth saying it's not a it's two things. Team Oblivious finally getting their act together, which consists of
coming together of
Elizabeth,
her
older sister, Mikkel's older brother.
Mm-hmm.
Am I forgetting somebody?
And Mikkel's sister as well.
And Jonas's aunt, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Tanya Bartaz
as well.
Yeah, Mikkel's sister. Tanya Bartaz taking the time machine, and
so now the big question is, are they going to start time traveling? That's the question.
We'll have to wait and see for that, because, like I said, in the future, Elizabeth doesn't call it a piece of God; she calls it a piece of the devil. Yeah. So I think she loses her older sister.
That's what that's what we think. Pretty much, whatever happens, she blames it.
And plus, I have this weird theory that Elizabeth looks older than she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be in her roughly around her 40s. She looks like she's in her 50s.
So that's why I said.
Is her going through time travel so much affecting her age, the way she?
Well, I know one person said because this leads into the next revelation that was dropped on us, and that is Adam is
future Jonas.
And one of our commenters, I forget which one stating pretty much how they stated pretty much it's because he did all this time traveling that the radiation is affecting him. And I'm like, maybe that's a possibility. My thought and theory at the time was, okay, maybe somehow he pretty much, this is what he looks like after the apocalypse, and he decides to come back.
Or,
maybe, I don't know.
I agree with what the comments said, which is it's because of how many times he's gone through time. And we kind of get hinted at with the future Jonas we know, which is he feels like he's destined to be in the present for some reason. Mm-hmm. So it feels like he goes off of that a bit more. Hell,
because remember Adam keeps saying the cycle must happen.
And Noah, the current Noah we know, Noah is the only one who has the final pages.
But that's the final pages, but knows the end game, but he doesn't like it.
Hasn't even told his past self. Because Jonas, the one we know, present-day Jonas, is now in the early 20s, finding out the truth about who Adam really is. And it was more or less the mid-season finale shocker. And now we're into the second half of the season now with episode 5, with what Team Oblivious is doing. Yeah. Present Jonas's reaction to finding out who Adam really is. As well as we still don't know what Noah's going to do with the final pages.
And the fact that the present, in the present time with the future Jonas, it's now we know so wait a minute, he knows that Adam is himself, so what's going on here? Is this part of his plan all along this whole time? Unless he's trying to fight it, but eventually realizes by the end of it, he's gonna end up either like this, either which way, and does it, you know?
We already know.
Adam says the cycle must continue.
So because we already know the key to like stopping all of this is either the death of Jonas or Mikkel.
It's like we're gonna be losing some type of character by the time this whole series is finished.
Yeah,
we're gonna be losing a character to fix all.
The final page shows what happens at the end of the third cycle, pretty much. Which
really happens is like, it's something that Noah was probably promised, but it's not what really happens.
Because I think in the long run, somebody's gonna die to make sure none of this ever happens.
So it's gonna come back full circle. It feels like it's gonna come back full circle to the beginning.
The only thing I'm really dreading is a time loop. I hate it when they do time loops.
Yeah, I know. Where it's like, oh, this was all supposed to happen the way it was.
And we just begin the cycle again. I'm hoping it doesn't come
I'm really hoping not either, because remember, Adam said the cycle must happen. So unless, when he realizes that it has to happen, maybe because if it stops, it's going to restart, like you said, it's going to restart the whole thing from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's what he means, the cycle must go through.
Yeah, so let's dive into this. This is Dark Season 2, Episode 5, Lost and Found.
So, let's see what they found.
I'm done. If it's what I think it is, I'm done.
Yeah.
God damn it, people! We did it! They fucked! Fuck me! No, I mean,
look at, this is when he has his scars on his back. Is this when he comes back? Oh, wait, that's older him. That's future Jonas.
Oh, god damn it! This is even creepier now.
He's having dreams. Don't tell me he's having the dreams. Uh-oh. It's his dream?
Obviously. Because who dreams of that happening?
Yeah, damn.
Okay.
So he still has the dream.
Next episode. No more. We get it. So I'll give him props for doing something different with this one.
Yeah. I think in a way he's going to tell him that too. It's like you're kind of stuck here. That's where he gives him the same outfit. It's like, oh look, it's Mini-Me.
Oh my god. That's what I was thinking of.
Why am I wearing your outfit?
Why is it my name tag say Dr. Evil?
Well, they cleaned it up.
Wait, that's his outfit.
His original outfit when he actually first ever traveled.
Yeah.
And all clean.
God damn it! If only you were a better mom right now, they would actually listen to you.
Yeah, exactly. But they're kind of alive still.
I think as far as the task force guy is concerned, it feels like he thinks like everything's tied to the nuclear power plant. Mm-hmm. Whether or not he thinks it's tied to the head of it, that's the question. I think that's what his focus is on around.
Yeah. Is
how connected the power plant really is.
Mm-hmm. Or else he kicks it and just, pretends, he loses. Oh, wait.
Wait. He has a ship? Oh, damn.
Knock him the fuck out.
Count. Hey. Oh man, you worked forever on a ceramic project. Teacher gave you an A? With like a question mark at the end? Tomorrow? I'm almost at my deathbed. It's like,
Remember what to get over.
We should see what happens to him now.
Really? Me too. Because he said his death is, they don't know how he died.
Like, we're just assuming cancer, because,
Well, that's the thing, though. They would have said that in the paper, though.
Yeah, we're just assuming cancer because, well, it's cancer.
Hey, son!
Thank you! Somebody realized that! To be fair, she did not know that when she slept with your son. Wait.
Just tell them. Even if they say you sound nuts. Now they definitely think he's nuts.
Now they definitely think he's nuts.
Like now you're just saying shit just to get us to come back. Noah.
Oh shit.
Without knowing what the last page is,
And remember what she said, Charlotte?
he said Charlotte, which is her.
Oh my god, why didn't I think of this before? She doesn't know who her parents are. Thank you. That's the face I was looking for. So you're not taking from me again.
That's his daughter.
Neither is your mother. Just fucking thought of that!
Fucking shit!
Noah's Charlotte's father.
Real father.
Noah's your father.
Goddamn. After one revelation to another one.
That's why I totally looked at you and went, she doesn't know who her parents are.
See, I figured out the last one.
That's not true! That's impossible!
So she was born in another era.
So somebody in the town's her mom. Ah! Damn it. Oh my god!
He's gonna see the other kids going, wait a minute. His other kids, yeah.
Makes a good point.
It's like he's finally seen his mom for her true colors.
Yeah. Well, this shit that you were only for a second.
Yeah, it's like my mom's just as crazy.
Yeah.
We produced ourselves. They created this one themselves.
Though, so they believe that creating their own time machine will help them get out of the loop.
So you can land at any point in time.
But it's still their goal, is what we said originally.
More, you know.
There's more to stopping his dad from committing suicide.
Even he knows it.
If he stops him, in turn that'll break the cycle pretty much.
There's more to it though.
Yeah.
And he knows it. He's just guiding him in that direction because he knows what's going to happen next. Because again, he's lived through this.
Yeah. So that was Dark, Season 2, Episode
5
in a way. So it was lost and found, and whoo boy, it was a lot of stuff lost and a lot of stuff found.
Oh,
so
wow.
the title was not lying.
Yes, it was.
I guess we'll start with the biggest revelation, which, well, I mean, there's kind of two.
There's kind of a couple of revelations.
So yeah, there's a couple. So first off, Noah is in fact Charlotte's father. Though I do have theories throwing back in my mind of who the mom could be, because it has to be somewhere between the 50s and the 80s, and they have to still be living, pretty much by this point. So something tells me, this is where I'm going on this. Something tells me it is Mikhail's adoptive mother.
Could be.
Somewhere between the 50s and 80s, Noah and her found a thing, hooked up, and that's where she was born, pretty much. But so with Noah and the whole time travel shtick, I think she was taken in by her grandfather, who Noah does know because of his time travel exploits.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so probably Noah asked him to look after her or something.
Most likely.
But he didn't know her name. He didn't realize who she was until he got the final pages from the future Claudia.
Exactly.
That's my theory, anyways. But it could be so, because the one big hint he gives is they're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And like last time I checked, she's still alive. Last we saw her
she is
was
still
when
alive.
Jonas talked with her.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's apparently the key to stopping us all, according to Adam, is to stop Michael from committing.
Yeah, Michael pretty much from committing suicide. But I think there's more to it because he knows he's been in this again. He knows his next step, so he's guiding him, knowing it's not going to work.
Yeah, because he wants to follow the loop till the end, and that's when he wants to break the loop. Because he's
No, I thought he meant he wanted the loop to keep going.
He wanted the loop to keep going, but in order to break the loop, he has to end the 33-year cycle.
Yeah, that's true. So it's like he knows it's not that he's gonna fail.
So what we're probably going to be getting next episode is we're going to get a precursor to what happened in the events of season 1.
Pretty much of possibly maybe certain things we did not see.
So yeah, the main focus of that episode is going to be before the events of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see anybody who hasn't gone through time. So
yeah, him traveling through it just to try to have him stop it. But again, I think it's gonna fail no matter what he thinks. I think Michael still thinks he needs to kill himself.
Yeah. Then Claudia finds out that the original the previous head of the power plant, they inadvertently discovered God particle when running tests. Pretty much.
But they don't want it. They don't want the public knowing because they're gonna, of course, ask how did you figure this out when they were doing illegal stuff.
And so now Claudia is investigating it herself.
Where she was, which is the liquid pretty much that powers the little time machine.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Team Oblivious became Team Unoblivious now.
Now that they know that time travel does exist.
And they know a bit more about Noah as well.
Exactly. They know more about him. And now Noah knows more about them pretty much. Since they did see, him watching them go into the cave.
Yeah, because now it makes you wonder, is this all still part of Noah, Adam, the travelers' plans, pretty much of them going?
Well, so far, because right now that was besides that relation, now it looks like Noah's got other plans he has to deal with.
Yeah.
Where he says now he's got to stop Adam.
Yeah.
So things are not going as planned. I think Adam. That's why I said I think pretty much somehow he promised them one thing, but the end game is different.
Yeah, we also found out the God particle gets created. The one we see in the future gets created with whatever
apocalypse.
When the apocalypse
begins, pretty much that's when that one is created, and they create their own.
All the way back in the 20s.
They created their own back in the 20s, pretty much, and they could. But the only difference with this one is that they can travel to any point in time.
Yeah.
Not just 33 years. That's the only good thing about their guard particles, that they learn to control where they go to.
Yeah, and that's where he was explaining how they work. That's why they ran the experiments on the kids with that machine he saw in that children's playroom, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is to figure out how to do it by year instead of every 33.
Instead of every 33 years, how we do it pretty much, to pretty much pinpoint where we want to go in time. Like Back to the Future, where you just input your time, that's where you want to end up at that time.
So, yeah.
So... This is the last stuff, and then of course we still have the detective, the head of the task force. Like I said, there still feels like there's more to him than he's leading on to, because again, even that's why Tidyman was like, why? It's like, why did he join? It's like he volunteered. There's got to be a reason why he volunteered.
Yeah.
There's got to be something where he knows something more than he's leading on, and he's trying to see who's gonna slip up.
Yeah.
So then he can step forward going, I know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now I've just been playing the game to see who's going to slip up, to see who knows what.
Yeah, there is something more, definitely something more to
And I really like the moment too where Jonas and his mom, where he's literally confronting, going, who are you? Yeah. You're not my mom. It's like, were you ever really happy with us?
Yeah.
It was the type of thing where it's just like now he knows his mom's true colors.
Yeah, like Mrs. Nielsen was right.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like it's sinking in more and more into her, pretty much. Realizing.
And you gotta wonder if the Nielsen family will share their time travel discoveries together. You gotta wonder about that, because they got rejected hard, pretty much.
Exactly, they did.
The mom got rejected hard by them. It's like, oh, now you want to be a mom.
Exactly, when she's like, she wants to tell them, hey, I found them, or hey, I got information, but it's like, you're not going to believe this. Well, guess what? They just found out. Now that they know.
Yeah.
So it's like now we're getting slowly more people knowing about this, but how is this going to affect them? Especially Team Oblivious. What does it mean for them?
Yeah.
What are they going to do with this, now that they know? That's the question, especially with Bartos, now, unveiling it to them. So, which was another cool scene where he's like, there's my kids. Ulrich's like, shit, there's more of my kids. What the hell are they doing here?
Yeah.
So, and then of course, again, Egon dying. But they're stating, oh, we don't know how he died. Because remember, they said originally he did have cancer. But here it's showing as if he died, but in a different type of way. But something, maybe in the next episode, something's going to happen. Because we have one more day, remember? He dies on the 26th.
Yeah.
So, something happens with Egon, pretty much. Something seriously happens, and they don't know how he dies. So, unless he figures it out at the last minute, we don't know.
Yeah.
So, that's the big question. So, again, this is definitely, like you said, lost and found, pretty much. It's, especially with Ulrich. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Ulrich. He finally found his son, but now it's like he got ripped away. And it's shocking to believe how Mikkel wasn't like fighting back. You noticed that.
Yeah.
He wasn't fighting back because I think it was like, at this point, he's been in denial. So I think that's what he's doing now, is he's in denial. But can't wait. Each episode they keep dropping more bombs. It's like now that they ended with like a bomb on the last episode, they dropped another bomb here in this episode. And it's like they keep dropping more bombs. I hate to say it, because of the apocalypse, but they keep dropping more more of the balls here every episode, pretty much, with more revelations being unveiled.
Yeah. So I gotta say, overall, another good episode. Definitely the revelations are keeping this train going. We still got we still have a few more questions still left unanswered, and we now have the mystery of who Charlotte's mom is.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about Netflix original series, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys thought of this episode overall. Did you have any thoughts and theories when coming into this episode? Again, as always, as we always say, no spoilers if you've already seen the entire series. But just let us know what your reactions were. Essentially, if you did pretty much watch the whole series, what was your reaction within this episode? Was it shocking? Was it awing? Pretty much. Did you have any thoughts and theories when coming in? After the end of this episode of who's who, parentage, all this type of stuff. Definitely let us know in the comments down below. We love to hear your guys' comments. Pretty much correcting us. There are times when we forget about certain things and certain relationships that we keep seeing over and over again. But you know what? There are times when we do kind of, slip up and forget about, we did mention this or we didn't mention this. So we do apologize in that part. But just let us know what you guys thought of our reaction overall. But most importantly, thank you for watching.
And of course, on the next episode of SRB TV, Dealing with Dark, we will be tackling Season 2, Episode 6,
An Endless Cycle.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very Charlotte Who's Your Daddy filled episode of SRB TV.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
as well as our other shows,
click the playlist down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can check us out on Twitter,
as well as Stardust,
@SuperReactBros.